It's 2025, and after much struggle, I finally found all 12 of the new Series 27 collectible minifigures. Believe me, we'll get into that, but first I want to unbox and review all 12 of these guys to find out whether or not it was worth it. Starting with this box right here. And can I just say, as annoying as it was when they changed to boxes, and I still will forever miss, feeling the bags, because scanning this code with an app just isn't as fun, but we've just got to grow up and accept the fact that they're never going back. At least these ones are more fun to open, because you can just open them like a treasure chest, you don't need any scissors, and you can find out that the first figure is the pterodactyl costume fan. Awesome! Alright, right after I said I'm not going to complain, I do have one complaint about this figure, but first let's enjoy it for what it is. She's got a very fancy face with some cyan blue lipstick that matches her outfit. This is kind of her evil face, and then this is her happy face, but then this helmet here, or not helmet, hat, I don't know what you call it. Wow. So I'm a big fan of the specialized minifig arms they've done in the past, and these ones seem like an amazing addition to that lineup. They have the same connections here, but then they have this little frill with the wings in there, and the hands, they still move just the same. Is this actually the first one? Well, okay, the bat wings had a very similar thing, where, they had the underarm thing, and then the hands, but like these guys didn't even have hands, so that's a step up from them. It does look like her belly pad has like some slight scratches on it, which is a little bit disappointing. And she doesn't even come with a tail. I know that's not like atomically correct for pterodactyls, but the T-Rex costume from Series 24 had a tail. The pterodactyl costume guy from Series 25 had a tail, and this guy, this just has less going on, except for the wings. That's cool. It is cool to see all their different hats, stomach patterns, and toenails all together, but Lego has to stop making dinosaurs someday, please. I recognize this complaint is very specific to me, but I'm running out of ideas to make dinosaur videos on. We have the dinosaur world in Series 24, a secret dinosaur video coming up soon with this guy, and then what do I do after that? I'm too far along this one to kind of like work her into it, but like leave your ideas for dinosaur themed videos in the comments below, please, because if they make a Brachiosaurus next, I'm going to cry. And I feel bad complaining about a really cool figure, but like it's just been non-stop. They've literally done them every single series in a row if you don't count the special Space Series 26, and it'd be awesome if they revisited this later, but just please, for the sake of variety, give us a different animal costume next series, please. We're getting the complaining done early in this video. We'll see if there's anything this next figure I have to complain about. It is, ooh, the Pirate Quartermaster, cool. So I'm curious about this, because I didn't even realize this has some cloth piece in it. She's got a little skirt, that's fancy. This is the same kind of tattered look as General Grog's cape in Series 24. I wonder, hold on. Yep, that's cursed, okay. But before we put them on the legs they're actually supposed to go on, look at these things. They've got all sorts of shiny gold printing, a little satchel there, dual molded, very fancy. Nice bright blue shirt with all sorts of gold going on. She's got ropes wrapped around her waist and another gold thing, and a gold thing in the back. Where'd her head go? Here it is, she's got a very buccaneer kind of face there and a slightly closed-mouthed buccaneer face here. The hair reminds me of Dolores from Encanto. She comes with two swords. I'm almost positive she's not supposed to hold both of them because she comes with this fancy new cockatoo piece. Cockatiel, parrot, something like that. Unfortunately, the bird cannot hold a sword. I was trying to find some loophole that she could still have two swords, but she'll hold the parrot in this hand. Wow, I think I want to get this a cracker. There you go, buddy. All right, let's open the next one. Here we go. Will I have to feed this one? I cannot wait to find out. And it's the Cupid boy. Cool. Big fan of this one. Big fan of these wing pieces. They're not exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking it's just gonna be one big piece, but I guess this back piece is useful for all sorts of things if you wanted to use it for your own collection. And then these wings are so much better than the wings of the Harpy from Series 25 because she had like these whole like clear back things with like two studs on it and then like different clips with different wings. I guess you can move these wings. You can flap them back and forth where you can't do that for this, but it just looks so much better from the backside than this nonsense going on here. It's just so bulky. I hope for all winged creatures going forward, they use this style instead of this style because they need to retire this. It's bad. Anyways, he's got a nice little toga there with some is Cupid Greek? That makes me think it's Greek. But like toga, a heart bow thing with the arrow. He's got a red bow and arrow, very fitting for the character. And a little happy blush face. And my favorite part is the reverse of that. It's that emoji. Comment that emoji down below. Don't make it weird though. I want to say this is the exact same hairpiece as Cooper from Dreams has. It's a nice like messy kind of bedhead thing. He's a little boy. Then he comes with a little heart Valentine thing. I guess they could have like printed on it to make it look like a Valentine kind of thing, but this is very fun. If I was just a little bit closer to finishing 25ville and then starting 27ville, this would be a great one to kick it off in February. But unfortunately, I just don't think that's realistic. We can console ourselves though in the fact that this next one is the one I specially marked. This was the one in the toilet. So we're gonna find out if this one was deserving of such a fate. It is the Long border, okay. So I gotta admit, this is probably in my bottom half of figures in this series, but I don't know if it's quite toilet worthy. I do really like these jeans with the ripped knees and like the sneakers that go all the way around with these like seams on the sides there. Very graffiti-esque shirt there. What does this say? CSGO? I didn't know she comes with a backpack. That's kind of fun. This is the same piece as the skydiving minifigure uses as a parachute. I'd love to see someone skateboarding with a parachute. That'd be kind of cool. She's got a face that's kind of banged up. She's got a bandage on this side and another bandage on that side. What a concept. A recolor. I believe this is a recolored. This is an existing piece with like the flat brimmed hat and like all the cool hair being all cool like. And then of course the best part is the longboard. So this is actually quite cool. It comes with the green wheels that match her hair color and then all these bars on the sides so she can hold it in different poses. Like here, 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 and here. Or of course you can ride them on the two studs on top here and do all sorts of sick tricks. This is actually like, it's wide enough where you can maybe do like tech deck tricks on it. Like, how do you do those? That's kind of cool. I'm gonna do an ollie. Ready for this? All right, I'll practice those in my own free time. Very fun figure. It's fun to compare it to the skater in Series 1, how different the skateboard pieces are. It uses the same wheel pieces and the same kind of connectors all the way around, but I will say these are actually easier because they're straight. These are always kind of tricky because it's curved to actually like fit it in his hand. So I would call this a solid improvement. But is the next figure a solid improvement over the toilet figure? Let us find out currently. It's the cat lover guy. We can add this sweater to a nice lineup of cat themed sweaters. This is Mrs. Scratch and Post from the Lego movie, and I don't have this one put together right now, but it's the grandma, and she also has a cat sweater. This guy seems more on the lines of Mrs. Scratch and Post because I saw his pants have a bunch of cat hair on it. I wonder who could have been responsible for that, huh? Unfortunately, I'm allergic to cats, so just like looking at this makes me want to sneeze. But this is, I gotta say, is probably the fluffiest looking Lego cat we've ever gotten. Its tail is all up like that. The same proportions as like this kind of cat, but it just has double the fluff. Got some nice glasses on the face there. What's the backside? Oh no, the cat scratched him. This guy's a menace. You see that like very aggressive mold mark on the top of the hair there? That's kind of annoying. Why couldn't they do that in the bottom there? Anyways, he also comes with a ball of yarn. This is pink yarn. I know there's like a white piece of yarn in one of the new Friends sets, so that's very fancy. It definitely matches his sweater there. I have a really stupid idea for the Series 25 dog lady, and I'm gonna ask in that video for like a like goal, and if it hits the like goal, I'm gonna have an even stupider idea for this cat figure, so stay tuned for both of those. For now though, my next goal isn't stupid at all, and that is to open up the next figure, which is green. Ooh, the steampunk inventor guy. This one's in my top two, I gotta be honest. I just love whenever there's gold printing. You know me. I talked about that with the pirate lady, and there's just even more gold printing on this guy. He's got these very snazzy boots with some pinstriped pants. Looks like a fork, spoon, and knife there in his pants pocket. This whole belt situation going on there with a boilerplate going into his golden arm. I didn't even notice that. He's got one yellow hand and then one just golden arm. Amazing. A button, which reminds me, you should use your gold arm to click that subscribe button if you're not already. But anyways, on his back, he's got even more belt action going on. I just love how the two gold corners kind of frame his golden arm there. There's even more gold printing on it. Any gold on his face? Yes, the monocle is gold. I love it. I wonder if I should grow my facial hair to look like that guy's mustache and the sideburns and everything. Oh boy. He comes with a phenomenal hat with the little goggles. That's the only thing I really know about steampunk is that it has little goggles, and it looks like, I thought I'd put it on backwards because this is normally how it is, but they have it like tipped down because he's kind of like, he's quirky like that, you know? And we finally have a sub-assembly that we'll have to open up the sheet for. I've been waiting for this. You can get a sneak peek of the figures we haven't gotten to yet, and on the back, we have the sub-assemblies for this guy and then a couple other new ones. So it looks like he used this new, is this a new gold piece with this guy on top? Nice little clock dial with gold and bronze printing that you get an extra of, excuse me? And then some like steampunky details, including the steam itself, which is using an ice cream piece. That's always a classic. And there's that bar in there that he gets to hold with his golden arm. Okay, so this is just like one big arm. You can imagine like in the story, he's built this golden machine that he's just put all over his arm, and this hand is part of it. So he's able to like lift heavy things or like taking apart two 1x1 plates without using a brick separator, your fingernails, or your teeth, you monsters. Absolutely no complaints here. I love this guy. He reminds me of Cavendish from Milo Murphy's Law. It makes me really want to take apart this disco figure to build a Dakota. But we can Dakota onto the next one, which is going to be the hamster costume fan. Okay. So they used to do one animal costume and then one like food and or vehicle costume per series. But for whatever reason, this series just has 2 animals. I guess because they recognize that the variety of the dinosaurs has been lacking. So they added a new guy, a hamster. I love hamsters. They do like very hard to keep alive. But this one is Lego, so it'll last much longer. I love his little tail in the back there. That's so cute. He has the same pattern of nougat, white, and pink on both his arms and his legs. Very nice use of dual mola there. And then I didn't see his other head, a very nice grin there with the freckles. And then this hat is just so cute. It's like night and day. Like, this is terrifying, and then this is cute. Oh no. You know, I said they either did like a food or a vehicle costume. What if this is the food? Oh no, run. No, she can just eat this half of the cracker too. You're safe, buddy. Is this a lime? Is this a pea? Is this avocado? Hamster food? I really don't know. I want to say lime, but I feel like it would look a lot more like the lemon or orange piece that they've already made. Maybe it's like a cucumber? If that's the case, I need to build a hamster spa yesterday. What do you think of it, Jimmy? He likes it. Well, don't eat it. Hey, we'll put this guy in his mystery fruit and or vegetable over here and move on to this figure who's going to be the Boogeyman. When I first saw the leaks of the names of these figures, I was so confused what they were gonna do for a Boogeyman, and I was not disappointed in the slightest. This is amazing. This piece looks very similar to the Yeti and Bigfoot figures in series past, but it's actually a different piece because it has these holes in it and like a completely flat front side, so it's all just printed on there. But the holes are to fit these nice blue horns here. He's kind of got the inverse color scheme to the pterodactyl thing. They've both got that dark blue and sand blue going on, but I kind of glossed over his tummy there. Very furry. Very fun. And he gets this very nice new dark red book piece. I don't know if that's the first time we've gotten it or not, but it's definitely the first time it has the boo spooky. I love that. I love how it's printed in gold. And then on the inside, we've got a nice little page of spooky stories here with the little big man himself there on the page. So I imagine that a parent would like read this to their child at night, and then they're scared that this is hiding under their bed, like if you don't like the video or something like that. So, or the other option is like he's just a very literate monster, and so he just reads the stories himself, or he writes he's an author. That's kind of fun. I'm proud of him. But the real question I know you're all asking is, am I proud of this next figure? Well, there's only one way to find out. Okay. Yeah. Again, like with the long border, maybe bottom 6 in terms of like color schemes, but I do really like these new Squishmallow pieces. This CMF comes with a blue one and a green one. What is that, like a puppy and a froggy? But they've also hidden like 4 or 5 other Squishmallows across different themes, like Friends and Dreams, that I'm gonna have to buy those sets to collect them all, aren't I now? Oh, look at that. She's got like a paw print on her arm. And Bunny Pajama is a onesie! Funny story there. For my 10th grade Halloween band concert, I was required by grade to wear a costume, and the one I ordered was far too small. It would not have fit me, so my literal last resort was one of the senior girls had an extra pink bunny onesie, so I had to wear a pink bunny onesie, or else I would have gotten a bad grade. So I don't have the greatest pictures of that, but I burned the rest of them. So we've got this nice little hairstyle here. It's also pink. It was literally this color. Oh boy. I'm not sure if this is like a Ninjago recolor that they've used for like Sora or one of these new characters, but I do like the pigtails. That's kind of fun. She's a nice little smile on one side and nice sweet dreams on that side with her bunny. I do love all the little fluffy details all the way around, especially like the toes. Okay, seeing this figure up close, it raised my opinion of it, but it still brings back bad memories. So I'm still giving it not a great score. But what score, the arbitrary score metric that I just introduced, will I give this figure? It is the Astronomer. Okay. The only thing I'll say this figure has going for it is the really cool new prosthetic hand piece. This is like a specialized arm that doesn't have a hand on it, rather than just like taking it off manually. And this hand fits nicely snugly on there, and then it's like a prosthetic hand. I am a huge fan of anyone, no matter what disabilities you have, being able to build yourself with Lego, and Lego giving you the pieces to do that. Especially this being in a super cheap $5 minifigure, and not like the ridiculously overpriced foosball table set if you wanted to get the figure with vitiligo. But as I alluded to, the rest of this figure is kind of boring. She has no printing on the pants, no printing on, well, besides this tiny little bit, no printing on the back, very simple printing. It's a nice print on the shirt. Head, kind of boring. I don't know. Hair, I think it's reused. This has the Friends hole in it, so I'm guessing this is from some Friends or Disney set. And this telescope side build is kind of cool. I definitely will reuse this piece as like a video tripod in the future. That'd be kind of fun. But it's also kind of boring. It's just like standard pieces. It looks passable, but it's just boring. I don't know. Maybe I'm super off base here. I don't want to take away from how cool this prosthetic piece is, but like, I wish they could have made the rest of the figure just as cool. you know? But at the very least, the last two figures we have here are both very, very cool. I don't know which is which, so we're gonna go with this one and see which one it is. The Wolfpack guy. This is my absolute favorite of the series. Let's start with this. It's massive. What the heck? So I use these little husky dogs as wolves in my Lego ecosystem video, but this is an actual wolf and it's so much bigger. I guess that's probably true to real life, but wow, the face is very similar. I love the pointy ears and little printing on the nose. You have printing on the nose? No, get out of here. Very floofy tail. I think they took notes from the floofy cat here. Wait, there's so many things in this series. The pajamas here, the bunny onesie, the cat, and the wolf. They're all just so fluffy. Anyways, this wolf is just one of the many cool things this figure has going for it. Look at this torso pants combo. Lego always goes all out on their medieval CMF tie-in that they do literally every series now. Like these chainmail wrist caps, the Wolfpack torso with stitching there, the legs dual molded, everything. We've got a fancy little cape to unbox here. What's this look like? Is it tattered? It is tattered. It's fluffy. I don't know how well this comes across on camera, but you can see it's like felt. It's like fluffy. It's not like, this was maybe more of a papery sort of thing, but this is just so like, wow, this is gonna fit very nicely onto this. It's so plush. Why did they do this? We've got some very aggressive facial hair. Those eyebrows and then the chops are very bushy. He's got a scar. You wanna know? Oh, he's whistling so he can like, here, wolf boy, come closer. You get away, get out of here. But wow, I gotta review. Okay, out of the facial hair, I always like to go over the facial hair. Which guy of these, comment below, has the best facial hair? I think it's this guy. This guy's just, it's scary. This guy's like, you know what? You're outdated, but it's cool. This guy's just like, wants to hurt me, you know? Especially with the sinister looking hood. I think these are standard for Star Wars today. They use them all the time, but I don't think I actually have any of these. I always just remember the old style hoods that kind of looked really weird. These look a lot more natural and they look open and the cape kind of goes along with it. But that looks phenomenal. Wow. And then he also comes with a very nicely printed shield that matches his torso. And I mean, the sword is not that exciting, but it's still cool. And with all that put together, you've got the greatest and hardest to find CMF out of the entire collection. Not to smack talk this guy at all, but it's finally time to complain some more. My local Target didn't have them. They actually said they were like sold out of them before the official release date, so that's some funny business going on. I don't know if it's like an inside job of an employee sneaking behind the counter and scalping them online. I don't know. My local Walmart, nothing in a 20-mile radius had anything. Great, they're all sold out too. I had to drive quite a while to my closest Lego store, which is not close. I called them 18 times on the way there to make sure they had them, and no response. Get there, there's a ridiculously long line I waited through, finally got in, and there's a 5 minifigure limit per person. What's the deal with that? So I'm not proud of what I did, but it had to be done. 5 is such a weird number too, because there's 12 per series, and so if you had 2 people, which I did have, we each got 5, and then there was 2 that we just couldn't get. I was missing the inventor and the Wolfpack guy, my 2 favorite figures of the series, of course. So, you know, we walked around a while, I disguised myself and headed back into the belly of the beast. They had like 50 figures there, and not a single Wolfpack amongst them. I sat there conspicuously scanning all of them with the app on my phone for probably like 15 minutes until they were all gone and I had no other options but to talk to someone. I didn't want to draw any suspicion to myself, but it was the only way. I asked them if they had any other boxes in back, and they did. They had exactly 1. And I thought they'd be mad because they saw through my disguise and knew what I was obviously doing, but they were actually all super nice. Shout out to Lego store employees. The guy was like, yeah, we actually have a box back. He was super nice. One of them actually like, helped me scan them. It's like, yeah, are you looking for one? Yeah, I got one of those too. But well, yeah, so we found them. It was at the very bottom of the box. There was exactly, I think there was actually 3 of them in there, but I only took 1 of them. I didn't want to be annoying and scalp them. Like, I think that's why they had the 5 minifig limit. But I just wanted the 1 complete series so I could do this video for you guys so you could see which ones you want for your own. So I'm doing Lego a service, but I maybe should like join LAN so they like send me stuff for free and then I don't have to mess with all this. But it's fun to do it the hard way. It is. As annoying as it is, I enjoy the challenge. And this figure was a definite challenge to get, but it was worth it. With all that being said, it looks like the birds have finished their snack and we're on to the final figure, which is actually pretty cool. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him, but the last figure in the package is the Jetpack Racer. This was another one when I read the leaks. I had no idea what to expect for this one, but I am very pleasantly surprised. It's got a very nice head. Both sides, he's got like the face out, the mask up, and that even gets covered. They didn't have to do that. Wait, oh, you can see through it. It's clear. That's awesome. So that's his mask up form, and then this is his face out form. What does that look like behind the red? cool. I'm not sure if this is a reference to any specific space theme in the past. It has Octane on it, and that same logo. Oh boy. This guy and this guy on the back of his head here have the exact same symbol with the triangle and the line, so the implications of that are just crazy. And the back bridge is really cool, but we should probably build his actual jetpack because it's the jetpack racer, and that goes right there. It's sad that it covers up that cool power button, but you know, it's worth it because now he can fly. It's a little bit goofy looking. I wish they maybe made a specific piece for it, but this helmet is already so cool, so specific, that they probably blew the entire budget on that. The clear red stripe that goes all the way around, that's incredible. And overall, even though the series maybe isn't my favorite, I can't deny that it is very, very fun. I can't wait to build a city for these guys eventually, but one of my goals for this year is to catch up finally. So I'd love to hear your ideas for that below. What kind of houses I should build for these guys, what kind of videos I should do, how do I do them faster, do I combine some, do I skip some, do I do something else completely entirely that I haven't thought of yet? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Apologies for my voice sounding a little bit sick today, and here's to an amazing year. Ooh.